Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report where we will try to look for decent trading occasions, and I will tell you what's going on the markets. First, we need to start with the macro calendar, because yesterday's evening finished with the interest rate decision from the United States and statement. We didn't get the press conference. So it was maybe not obvious, but most of the market participants were not expecting any change in the interest rate, so we are expecting the rate to remain 2%, and it was 2%. The statement itself was perceived as a hawkish one because Fed kept the approach. It wasn't changed, so most of the traders are expecting the rate hike in the next meeting and also in the meeting on December. So we are still expecting 2 rate hikes in 2018, and after that American dollar is getting stronger. Today we still are waiting for the interest rate decision from the UK. So from US we didn't get a change, but here in UK we are expecting a change. Interest rate decision previously 0.5%, 0.5, and now we're expecting a rise of 25 basis points, so to 0.75%. So we're expecting this, and still to come from US, and we are expecting factory orders, initial jobless claims. So this is the calendar today. We just got PMI's construction from UK, which came a lot better than expectations. So this is the calendar today. Tomorrow we're gonna have a monetary policy meeting minutes from Bank of Japan and non-farm payrolls from US. And that being said, let me show you the calendar. Yesterday American dollar to Japanese yen created a head and shoulder pattern, so left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. The price after the statement went lower, but touched the 50% FIBO of the recent upswing and went higher. The price is still above major supports. So first one is the green one, which was broken and was not yesterday tested as a support, and also as you can see we came back above this uptrend line. So that was a false breakout. We came back above this uptrend line, and the price is still above this red line, above the green area. So the buy sentiment is on, and the thing that we're seeing now is just a correction. As you can see, it's a correction of this upswing from 2 days. Well, yes, and mostly from Tuesday, and Wednesday we get a correction. Today it's more of a sideways trend. The price retraced 50% of this, shouldn't go below 61.8. As long as we are above 61.8, the sentiment is still positive, and in the long term we should still think about buying American dollar against the Japanese yen. Next one is American dollar to Swiss franc. As you can see, in general, sentiment towards American dollar is very good, apart from the Japanese, the pair with Japanese yen, because here we are influenced also by the stronger yen. So yen is getting stronger today, and dollar is getting stronger today, but from this pair, you can see it's more or less even here during the day. American dollar to Swiss franc is going this wedge or flag scenario. So we broke this yellow support, then we came back above the support, and then we used that was a false breakout. We used that as a support again, and now the price is about to break the upper line of this wedge formation. So this is actually very positive, and we should expect a breakout and further upswing. So this yellow support is no longer like super important. It is in the midterm, but I guess the most important area for the long-term traders is this horizontal support here. And as long as we are above the lower green area, the sentiment is positive, and we should expect a further test of this orange area here. We have euro dollar. Euro dollar went significantly lower, so we can see the strength of the dollar. It all started with this bounce from this horizontal resistance, which was a very good sell signal. Unfortunately, I didn't enter back then with a position, but in terms of risk to reward ratio, even here stop loss is on 40 pips, take profit is on 90. We should get there soon. From this point the correction can start, but in general we are expecting a breakout of the lower line of this triangle. The first target is on the blue line. Price getting to the blue line will be a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head and right shoulder, and a breakout of this blue line will be a super strong sell signal. Now Swiss franc to Japanese yen, which is having a very interesting situation. As you can see, yen is getting stronger. You can see this also here. But what is happening here is the price is creating a double top formation. And it's a double top formation on an important horizontal resistance, which you can see here. This was a support since May 2017, then it was tested twice as a resistance. And the price is bouncing from this resistance. Now we're on a horizontal support, this orange one. But a breakout of this support will be a strong sell signal. And on a daily chart, that's a double top formation. But on a weekly chart, what is happening here is we got a shooting star here, then an upswing again, and now we are very close to get a shooting star here. The price declining like 30 more pips would create a shooting star on a weekly chart, then a possible breakout, and that would be an awesome and excellent selling opportunity. Actually, it can be a good sell as we speak. It looks really good, this setup. Maybe a small bump here and a drop, but in general entering with a short position here with a stop loss here would be an interesting trading occasion. And actually I'm gonna think about if maybe I should open a position here, so there is a resistance like that. This wedge is over this line too, so we do have this wedge and price. Look at this, selling here with a stop loss here on 120 pips. First take profit you have on 360. This is very good. Now FTSE with a super strong sell signal after a breakout of the long-term uptrend line and lower line of the wedge. The pair is in a negative territory. The sell signal is very strong here. So we broke the long-term uptrend line, we broke the lower line of the wedge, we broke the horizontal support. First two we then tested as a resistance, so the broken support tested as a resistance, the price went lower, stopped on the support for a little bit, but then a breakout, and now the pair is in a free fall. And we do have a strong sell signal on FTSE aiming this 38.2 Fibonacci. The price getting there is almost certain, so that is a good selling opportunity. Everybody's waiting for the final breakout of this euro to Australian dollar. So they are in a long rectangle. Most recently from the 24th of July the price created a smaller rectangle. Some people may see actually a symmetric triangle pattern, but the thing is that this pattern, the symmetric triangle pattern, is not too strong. Breakout of the upper line does not change anything. Breakout of the lower line does not change anything. The most important lines is the purple line and the blue line here. Breakout of the purple line, strong sell signal. Breakout of the blue line, a strong buy signal. New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar, and that is a signal that we are telling you about recently. Fortunately, I didn't open this position, but it's very technical. So we have a drop, we had a symmetric triangle, breakout of the lower line of it, and I said that breakout should trigger as a strong sell signal, and we had a breakout, then a test of the lower line of the symmetric triangle as a new resistance. Test was positive for sellers and the price went lower. The thing is that as we speak, we're on an important horizontal dynamic support here. Breakout, so a weekly candlestick closing vastly below this level will be a super strong sell signal. Euro to Swiss franc. Also a good call from our team. So downswing, wedge, downswing. Wedge also ended with had a shoulder pattern, left shoulder head and right shoulder, breakout of the neckline, test. Most recently we tested this neckline. As you can see, yesterday the test was good for the sellers, the price went lower. I was thinking about opening this short position here now, but first of all I would like you to look on a weekly chart. So that would be 3 bearish weeks in a row, right? And look previously, 3 bearish weeks in a row, correction. I don't count those. They are too small, like this one. 1, 2, 3, and correction. And 1, 2, 3, correction. 1, 2, 3, correction. 1, 2, 3, correction. So usually after here we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, correction. After those kind of candles, we should get a small bullish correction. And that's why I'm not entering this pattern, and also we are approaching the lower line of the wedge. Preferably I would like to see the decline, then I come back to the green line, and then I would think about opening a short position. As for now, it is a bit we are on the lowest levels since the beginning of July, so I think this train already departed from the platform, so no reason for me to change this chase this train. But this pattern looks really good. That's a good long-term sell occasion for Euro to Swiss franc. Maybe I will think about this. That would mean buying Swiss franc here, but I'm against Swiss franc here. I'm against Swiss franc here, so maybe buying Swiss franc wouldn't be the best idea. So maybe instead of this, I think that the Swiss franc to Japanese yen pattern looks better. Euro to Swiss franc. Now oil did what was expected. So a downswing, wedge, downswing, breakout of the horizontal support. The blue support was reached, the long-term uptrend line was reached. So now we are waiting for the price action. So breakout of this area will send the price towards the green line here, more accurate. And green line will be the last ultimate support for oil. Once the green line will be broken, we will have a reversal. Now Bitcoin is trying to create a bullish engulfing on H1 on D1 chart, which can be possibly a very good buy signal. As you can see, we do have a bounce. We do have a bounce with a double bottom formation. And the sentiment, I said that as long as we stay above the gray area and this line, the sentiment is positive, and it looks like it's positive. It looks really good for the buyers. So I think that buyers can be happy, and many hodlers started this day on the front foot with this kind of reversal. I can see potentially a nice upswing here for the Bitcoin. Silver, I don't think that this line is respected anymore. I think it lost relevance. I think that this line is respected now. So there is a horizontal resistance and a dynamic support. We got a false breakout, so actually this one is not respected either. This lower line, I think this horizontal support is more accurate. What's that? Head and shoulder formation. Breakout of the lower green line will be a strong sell signal. And British pound to Canadian dollar. Again, that's extra painful for me because I sold here, my stop loss was here, it was touched on 60 pips, then the price reversed, and now we are 200 pips lower, which is over 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio, so that would be an awesome trade. Just my stop loss was touched prematurely, but that was a great trade. Price is trying to break the yellow support. Breakout of the yellow support will be another confirmation of the sell signal, but we have 4 bearish wicks in a row, so I would be careful with that. But this pair has no problem. This pair is trending downtrend, downtrend. We may get another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bearish wicks in a row. New Zealand dollar to American dollar. Here you can see how strong is the American dollar, and on H4 you could see that already, but on H1 you can see that as well. Left shoulder, head and right shoulder, and that's a head and shoulder pattern. Head and shoulder pattern is bouncing from the horizontal resistance here. We are in a symmetric triangle pattern. Breakout of the lower black line, and this neckline will be a super strong sell signal, because that would mean a breakout of the trend continuation pattern and breakout and activation of the trend reversal pattern. So this can be a very, very negative for the sellers, for the buyers. Actually, even without the breakout price ending week like that, that will be a negative situation here. Euro to New Zealand dollar, still waiting inside of the flag formation. Breakout of the upper line of this flag will be a buy signal. American dollar to Canadian dollar, you can see the strength of the American dollar. Those movements are choppy, but the price created a triple bottom formation here on this support, and this support is lower line of the wedge. The sentiment is, in my opinion, still positive. I think we can move this line, this line, this line, this line. And what is happening here on H4 chart? Downswing, upswing, downswing, upswing, downswing. Let's check the Fibos. Here. But I think, yes. Okay, let me remove this. This bottom is the most important one. So Fibos are not giving any strong signals. Upswing, upswing, upswing. I think those upswings are almost the same. This one, and this one. This correction, this correction, this correction. Every correction here is smaller. Can we do it like that? Well, I guess we can. It shouldn't be a problem. Previously we had a line here, but this, and this. And this long-term line. We do have a combination of this and this. There is an upswing, there is a wedge. Well, everything looks ready for a further upswing. So a breakout of the yellow area actually can be a good buy signal based on this triple bottom formation here. So far we do not have any candlestick pattern. Okay, here because we are talking about the long-term situation, to be exactly sure, you can wait for the breakout of the green line. So once the green line will be broken, you will get a strong buy signal. Euro to Canadian dollar going down as expected. That's also a good setup that we spotted. Fortunately, I didn't trade it. Well, happens like that sometimes. Euro to Japanese yen. Luckily I didn't enter this position because here it was looking very good from the bullish point of view. Look, bounce from the long-term uptrend line, breakout of the upper line of the flag. So that was a breakout of the horizontal resistance, so that was a legitimate buy signal. But the price created double top formation and reverse. First support broken, second support broken, and now we are on the last support, last dynamic support, and last horizontal support is ahead. So we may be getting closer to this to the sell signal here. Australian to New Zealand dollar still having this battle for which currency will be stronger in the region. Most recently we do have this horizontal support, breakout of the upper green line will be a sell signal. Now New Zealand dollar to Swiss franc. Here the price is trying to break the lower line of the support here, horizontal support, breakout of the lower line of this rectangle. So price closing below the green line will be a strong sell signal. And gold is creating this descending triangle pattern. Breakout of the horizontal support here will be a sell signal. Breakout of this blue line, here will be a buy signal. Well, the demand for gold is lowest recently, so I do not think that we have high chances for a reversal, but once the reversal will happen, once the price will close above the orange area, that will be definitely worth considering. And we finish this with S&P 500, which is breaking the neckline of the head and shoulder formation, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. The price is also trying to come back below the horizontal support, and that would be a strong sell signal for the S&P 500 with the potential target on the lower blue line. So this is the situation on the market. Let me recap this for you. So American dollar to Japanese yen, generally speaking, we are still in a positive territory as long as we are below this green support. So everything is good as long as the price stays above this green support. American dollar to Swiss franc, we are getting ready for a buy signal, but buy signal will be created once the price will break this green support, this green resistance. Euro dollar is almost touching the long-term, the lower line of the symmetric triangle pattern. Swiss franc to Japanese yen, possible strong long-term sell signal based on the double top formation and a weekly candlestick here with a long tail. And the FTSE, so strong sell signal. Euro to Australian dollar waiting for the breakout. New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar, possibly a very strong sell signal. Euro to Swiss franc sell. Oil waiting, Bitcoin buy, silver waiting, British pound to Canadian dollar nothing. Here New Zealand dollar to American dollar, that is possibly a very strong sell. Euro to New Zealand dollar waiting for a buy. American dollar to Canadian dollar, possibly a strong buy signal will be triggered once we'll come back above the green area. Here. That will be a strong buy. Euro to Canadian dollar nothing, Euro to Japanese yen nothing, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar nothing. A strong sell will be triggered once the price will break the lower line of this formation. Here gold waiting for the breakout of either upper line or the lower line for the signal, and S&P 500 is having a strong sell signal as we speak. In my opinion, the best setup now is British pound, is Swiss franc to Japanese yen. I really like how the situation looks like here, especially on a daily and a weekly chart. That is possibly a very good setup. So thank you very much for attending this webinar. I hope you enjoyed that. Now we'll have a short break, and after that we'll have a webinar about trading psychology. So I hope that I will all see you on this webinar with the trading psychology, because trading psychology is the most important factor in trading. So thanks very much. In the meantime, visit our Twitter account and our website alpari.news. All the best in trading.